What is up, YouTube? This is Chris, your professional dad, and I am back with another knife video. And today I have got the corniest, cheesiest knife video I could possibly make. This is just a mind-numbing, dull, just no point to it, fun video. Just one that I wanted to do just to kill time, hang out with you guys, and talk about knives. No politics of which blade is better, which blade steel is the best, which knife brand has the best heat treat, which handle material feels the best in the hand. You know, none of that. None of that at all. We get enough of that on a daily basis. This is just going to be a fun video. By now you already know, because of the thumbnail and the title, what this is all about. So I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a second. But before I do, just want to remind everybody of our May 10th massive giveaway. It's going to be big for Bladewalker. Yes, we passed 1,000, but we're going to keep going. We're going to see how far we can get him. And I wanted to ask you guys to do me a favor, because I know that you guys will be able to do this. Can you guys check for me? I'd like to find out if you guys know of any really big, massive giveaways on YouTube, knife giveaways. I'm not talking about cars or nothing like that. So, oh, they gave a new home, you know, nothing like that. Knife giveaways. You know, what's the biggest giveaways that you guys have ever heard of? Whether it be like, oh, it's a 48-hour giveaway nonstop, or the most expensive giveaway of just what's the biggest. And I'm not asking that for any other reason other than I want Bladewalker to be tied and synonymous with something massive that will have some significance for a long time, that will be remembered. I want his name to be tied to when people talk about, oh, you remember that May 10th giveaway? That thing was huge. Do you know how many knives they give away? Because we're going to be giving away flashlights, knives, paracord EDC gear. We're going to be giving away so much different stuff. And I mean, these knives, have I already told you guys all the brands that's going to be there? I mean, these ain't no cheap Ozark Trail knives. Not that there's anything wrong with those. I'm just saying, these are the top names. The Quiet Carries, the Tactiles, the Sharp by Design, the Demcos, the Spydercos, the Victorinox, the QSP, Civivi, Vostede, on and on and on. Kaiser. I mean, we're going to have so many daggone knives. Benchmade, several bug outs. I don't know how many bug outs there are going to be. And several of them will be anodized and customized by the man, Mr. Jim Crow. So it's going to be big. I want it to be the biggest one ever. Not for clout or anything like that. I honestly would rather it be on somebody else's channel and somebody else to deal with it. You know, people keep saying, you know, this and that and everything else, and I just almost wish I had nothing to do with it, honestly, because it's just not about me. I want Bladewalker to get all the credit. I just want this to be the biggest giveaway in the history of the knife industry. I want it to, like, they will whisper about this in halls, and, you know, it's just going to be epic. And that's how big I want this to be. And I might be dreaming. I might be a little overshooting what we're capable of, but I don't think so. I don't think so, because I already know what you guys are sending in, and the knives will start rolling in here in the next couple days, and I'll start showing them to you as they come in so that we will be able to keep up with them and know where we're at. And also, Mr. Crow, he has a whole lot of knives already too. I don't know how many he's got, 10, 12 already, and a whole bunch being sent to him. So there's going to be a lot of knives given away. A lot. So I'm excited about this really much. And I want, and I'll link his channel. Keep him going on the subscribers. I'm going to link his Cash App. Again, he hasn't asked for that, but I'm doing it because it never hurts. And I will link the video that everybody has to comment on for the random comment picker for May 10th. Don't forget, at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to go for 3 hours. And you know, if we get enough knives, I'll go longer. I'll go way longer. I'll go as long as we need to that day. I want this to be the biggest ever. So if you guys can help me out and if you guys can find any research on massive giveaways, I'd like to find out if this can be possibly the biggest one ever, and have his name tied to something forever. So, Bladewalker, it's all for you, buddy. I actually talked to him yesterday for the first time. I actually talked to him for about an hour, and I like the guy even more now. I talked to him a few times in comments and stuff. Didn't really know him, but I knew what everybody thought of him and stuff, and just a great guy. After talking to him for an hour, he's definitely he's an inspiring guy. So, all right, on to knives. So this is just a cheesy video. I wanted to talk about, like, here recently I've been talking about, and especially the 3-knife challenge I've just done, when is a knife too valuable to use? When is a knife too aesthetically pleasing to use? When should it become a safe queen? Because it's just too pretty to mar up, or it's too expensive to mar up, whatever. So these knives are not the most expensive knives. I mean, I thought about doing that, you know, like this Nizan and stuff like that. And I just didn't want to go that route because I've kind of done videos like that before. This is just 100% what knives are the most aesthetically pleasing knives that I have. Now, here's a caveat. Knives like this, you won't see many knives like this, because back here behind me, there's a whole bunch of titanium handled knives with satin blades like this right here. And they kind of all, yes, they're all quality and they all are awesome and exceptional, but just as far as looks, they just kind of all run together. Carbon fiber and this. So there's not going to be much of that you see. There will be some, but not much, because they just kind of all, they look a lot of similar knives, you know, whether you're talking that or there's just a lot of, when you're talking titanium and stuff, it's just, a lot of times they just look similar. So, and you guys know what I mean. Let's start off. I'm going to start off with 3 knives that did not make the list, but these needed to be shown because there's just something cool about them. The first one is a budget knife. This is a budget knife, and I wanted there to be a budget offering, and this is the most budget offering there is, and it is the Arc Blast by Sencut. And this is not like the Sencut Hyrax almost. I thought about that, but it just wasn't. I mean, it's beautiful and it's really cool looking and stuff, but it just wasn't like, that is gorgeous. This knife is, and what do you know, guys? Blue is my favorite color. So just what a beautiful knife. I love the blade grinds, that swedge on top, that dagger style blade. I mean, button lock, this thing is gorgeous. That pop, that shine, this thing is sweet. 40 to 50 bucks. Sencut Arc Blast, aluminum handles, 8CR blade, nothing special, but the look of it is what this is all about. For a budget knife, this is very, very attractive and appealing. I wouldn't mind beating up on this one a little bit because of the price, you know, they'd be easy to replace and stuff, but it doesn't mean that it is not absolutely beautiful to look at, because it is. This is and they've got several different colors of the Arc Blast. I think they even got a white one and stuff, but this blue is just gorgeous. And then I wanted to put 2 fixed blades on here. And the first one is a QSP Canary. I've showed this before. A carbon fiber sheath. That is pretty in itself. And look at this Canary. Look at that daggone blade. Look at that Damascus blade steel. Oh, that's beautiful. And look at that copper handle. What? It's like a Damascus, but it's got copper in it. Full steel tang, and look at that grind work right there. That's not jimping, that's like something else. I mean, I guess it's like jimping, but it's a different type of jimping. Oh, this is just such a sweet, sweet knife. This is beautiful. Now, when I first got this, the Canaries only had a few models. They had the micarta ones, and then they had this one. And this, they had like 3 or 4 versions. Now you go on there and there's a bunch of different versions of the Canary. There's some blue ones like this that have this Damascus style look to them or whatever, and different materials. But there's also micarta ones and plain ones and stuff like that. But the Canary is gorgeous. And another fixed blade that I wanted to include, and I've talked about this knife many times too, and it's just beautiful. And it is that line steel. Look at it. I mean, this ain't about the heat treat or how good it is or how much I could beat on this knife or anything like that. It's 100% just how good it looks. And I've got some other knives back here, like that right there. I thought about that right there. Look how beautiful that is. That Winkler and stuff. But there's just something about this line steel T5 right here that it's just gorgeous with that canoe handle that the blank just sits down in, and you know, it's just, this thing is gorgeous. This, and then the black leather sheath that goes with it. I should have actually got that out and put them together, because the black leather sheath actually goes with this well and makes an entire overall package that is stunning. This knife right here is really, really cool. Really cool. All right, now I'm going to show you some of my folders that are absolutely just awesome to look at. Beautiful, next level. Now, I'm not going to include stuff like this sheepdog. I'm not going to include this Gringo that I showed yesterday, because these aren't my knives. So these will not be in the list, even though those are both beautiful knives. Very first one is my Jack Wolf. The little bro. I mean, look at how beautiful that is. That is just a gorgeous, gorgeous knife. Ignore my fingerprints on it. Just a gorgeous knife. That red, blue, and black fat carbon, titanium bolsters, that bead-blasted titanium. Oh my gosh. The only thing that would make this better looking is if this was a mirror polished blade, M390. Now, I don't know if that would really work, because of the shade of titanium that is, so it might clash a little bit with the mirror polish blade, but you don't know till you see it. But this thing is gorgeous. What a beautiful, beautiful knife. And again, we're not talking about knives that are great to use and going to be durable and what one is tough and looks good. This is just 100% on looks. That's it. And this is a beautiful, beautiful knife. I absolutely love it. This next knife is not a knife that I really care that much about, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I love having it. I like it. It's a knife, and I'm grateful to have it, and I'd never get rid of it. But it's just not my style. I don't see a lot of use for this knife at all. I mean, there are some uses, and once you see, I'll explain the uses. And it is the Real Steel Burns. Look at that mirror polish on the inside of those triangles. Look at this knife. Oh my gosh, that is just beautiful. That work, that milled pocket clip, look at that, how beautiful that is. I mean, that is just gorgeous. Now it has a VG10 blade with a mirror edge on it. I mean, just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful knife. This would be a knife that would be great as a steak knife, as a letter opener, as an executive or gentleman's knife. If I was going to a wedding or a black tie event, this is the kind of knife that I'd want to carry on me. I was in sales for a long time. If I had a sales team or something that I wanted to reward with the gift, a bonus, boom, there you go. Or a customer. We used to give away customer gifts all the time. We, take them out to eat. And I'm in Kentucky right now, just south of Lexington, and north about an hour and a half. And Cincinnati is this place called Kings Island. We would take them to Kings Island and do different things like that with them. Customers, just trying to work deals and stuff like that, but show your appreciation mainly. And this is the exact kind of knife that I would, or gift that I would have loved to give somebody like that. A sales manager, office manager, something like that. Boy, look at that. That is just, again, I don't see a lot of use outside of that. Letter opener, steak knife, just, it's just not my, it's very thin, very long, narrow. I like the straight lines. I love straight lines on a handle, but all in all, it's just a limited applications. It's just not very practical as a knife. I hate when my shirts do that, man. You always look like a daggone slouch. The next one, I've talked about this knife a few times, and this is so pretty. I love this knife. Boom. This is the Kaiser Mini Momo in 80s carbon fiber. And look at that. Oh my gosh, that black DLC coated blade and S35 VN, that milled pocket clip. Here, where is it? Right there, that milled pocket clip. Oh my gosh, this thing is gorgeous. These bolsters right here, it's just, what? Come on. What a daggone knife right here. This thing is fantastic. Titanium bolsters, titanium pocket clip. This thing is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Now the 80s carbon fiber, it is, oh, hold on a second. I'm trying to find something here really quick. Mini Momo. Right there. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. I was wanting to see how much it costs because I didn't want to tell y'all the wrong price. Yeah, these things are not bad. They're only $209. That's not a bad price for this knife. With what you get, that DLC coated blade, just wow, this thing is beautiful. Just a beautiful, beautiful knife. And I love the 80s. I grew up in the 80s. Max Hedron, Spuds McKenzie, RoboCop, Commando, the soda can wars, you know, Pepsi and, you know, Coke, you know, Gremlins, Short Circuit, on and on and on and on and on. The 80s, Billy Idol, you know, Def Leppard, Pour Some Sugar on Me. Come on. Get out of here. Striper, love Striper. The 80s was just the best decade ever. And every time I see this, I was wondering, why do they call this 80s carbon fiber? And I may be way off when I say this. But when you think about the 80s and you think about the 80s was a very colorful time. Spray painting on walls and you know, MTV and different things like that. Colors, you know, tie-dye. And I think about, you know, girls would wear the jeans up to their calves and they would wear the t-shirts tied over here on the side and, you know, the sleeves cut and, you know, they would wear the bandanas and the arm bands and stuff like they were exercising and stuff. That's how they just dressed. And it was always real colorful. It was a real colorful decade. And the 80s was, I don't care what anybody says, the greatest decade of the last 100 years. I'm telling you, 80s was awesome. I lived it. I would know. And that does, when I look at it, remind me of the 80s. It does give me that nostalgic feeling that I think they were going for. So, bravo, Kaiser. This next knife, talked about it many times. This list wouldn't be complete without it. Boom. The Endura 4 black pack of wood handles and that Damascus blade with a VG10 core. You can see the core going right down the middle. That VG10 black pack of wood. I mean, this is just beautiful. There's knives up here like this Burns, which is VG10 blade, by the way. Titanium handles and a VG10 blade. Go figure. For 170, 180 bucks. I don't get it, but okay. This knife, I talked about that one being executive gentleman's knife. There's several up here that could qualify for that, but none of them hold a candle to this one when it comes to that realm. In that world, this knife is king on this table. Now, there's other knives that I've got and other knives that are out there that would beat this one in that realm. But on this table in this list, this knife is king. For gentlemen, executive style knives, I mean, look at this. That's just beautiful. Talk about a suit or black tie event. Boom, put it right there. Put it in your pocket and just jerk it out. And beautiful. Beautiful knife, 4-position pocket clip, just all the way around. This is a gorgeous knife. I love this knife. This is my most sentimental knife. This knife means a lot to me. It's losing its sentimental value. I don't know how much more damage can be done before the sentimental value in this thing is gone. Not because of the knife, but because of where it came from. That's neither here nor there. This next knife is, I don't know about, this knife, there's just something about it that I really like. Now, I don't know a lot about this brand. I've only got a couple knives, and I learned about them in the last few months. And I've heard good things, and I've heard bad. I know that the prices are insanely good, and it is Tucson. This is the TS226, or is that 228? No, it's the 226. 226, TS226. This thing is phenomenal. It's got carbon fiber and titanium handles on both sides with a frame lock, milled pocket clip. This thing is beautiful. Look at how that shiny pivot just pops. I mean, this thing is beautiful. This is gorgeous. There's just something about this that stands out among the other ones, just for looks. It's fantastic. It's a D2 blade. This thing is coming in around 110, 120 bucks. If it had something other than D2, it would probably cost well more, but it's D2, so that brings the price down. But that's still a great blade. Look at the blade shape, look at the grind work, look at the fuller, everything else all around. Fantastic knife. I've heard good things and bad things. Again, I'm not talking about how good this knife is going to hold up to beating on it, to EDC, to hard use, if the heat treat is good or bad, if it's garbage D2. I'm not talking about any of that. That's just not on the table. It's not part of the discussion. It's just about aesthetics. And this knife is beautiful to look at. It really is. It looks like a very high level, next level premium knife. And I like the size of it too. It's a big knife. And I love that about this knife. Just a great all around knife. But then again, just because I don't know if it, oh yeah, I can't front flip this. I was going to try. Can't do it. I don't know if this has issues. But at the same time, it very well may be a fantastic, amazing knife that you could beat the tar out of, and it's just going to shake it off and keep going. Great edge retention and everything else that you want from a knife. I just haven't had enough experience with Tucson's to know. All I know is that the fit and finish and the look of the knives, the way that, they're very crazy with their prices, what you can get for their prices. You spend 120, 130 on a Tucson's, you're getting a knife with some pretty nice daggone materials and fit and finish. The next knife, I just talked about it yesterday with that Gringo. I said that this Gringo wouldn't be on the list because it's not my knife, and it's not on the list. But one that is my knife, and you guys know what's coming, is the Django. I talked about it yesterday. Work of art. This thing is beautiful. This could be the best knife on the table for looks. It could just be the best one. Every one of these is good looking knives. This could be it. This could be the one and done. A one knife show. One man show, one knife show. The orange peel titanium, milled pocket clip that is reversible, Elmex blade steel with the clip point, swedge on top, fullers, just all the way around. This is beautiful. It's a fantastic knife. I love this thing. Crossbar lock, excellent action. Again, I'm not saying this is the most durable, well-made knife in the world, but when it comes to looks, fit and finish, this thing is gorgeous. It could be a one knife show, like I said. It's awesome. I love, love, love this knife. What about this one's also cool? You guys are going to like this one. I think you will, because I like it a lot. the Remet Paragon Falcon. This thing, look at this. Look at that knife right there. Gold and brown, which aren't really my colors pattern, my color scheme. I wouldn't normally pick a knife like this. But I was looking for a certain type of knife when I got this one off of Blue Ridge, and this was the only one that was available for them. And so I jumped on it, and I'm glad that I did, because what a fantastic knife. And a lot of people have seen this and been like, holy smokes, you've got a Paragon Falcon? I didn't realize the knife was that popular, but apparently it's pretty daggone popular. Or at least it has seemed so. Fantastic groundwork on the blade, Bowler and 390. It's just a fantastic knife. It really is. Fantastic knife. Gold and brown titanium handles, that geared titanium spacer, titanium milled pocket clip, not reversible, Bowler and 390. And here's another thing. It's got a button pivot. A pivot button lock. Also a front flipper. Button pivot, or you can use the thumb hole. Boom. Look at that knife. Look at that knife. Is that not sweet? What a knife. I love this thing. Great knife right here. Fantastic. Ooh. I'm almost done, guys. This will be a short video. I'm almost done. This knife is one that's come by its name, honestly. I showed this recently. It's not my style of knife. It's too small. I don't like the handle on it at all. At all. I don't like the handle on this brand of knife. Not brand, but this model, I should say. Because the brand is great. And it's WeBougie Banter. It's too small for me, and I don't like that handle without a finger troll or anything like that. I have too many issues with knives. I already cut myself enough. I need a finger choil or something to index my grip and to keep a good grip. So it is what it is. S45 VM blade, that milled titanium with that artistic deco design, crossbar lock, anodized hardware. What a daggone knife. This thing, the WeBougie Banter, is gorgeous. I mean, gorgeous. I love this thing. Look at that pivot shine and pop. And that's also a crossbar lock. The Art Deco look, the blue anodized hardware, blue anodized pivot, just all the way around. This thing is just stunning. The WeBougie Banter. Like I said, it's come by its name, honestly. Look at that spacer. Sweet. I'm going to save that one for last. All right, here you go. Civivi Vision FG. Everybody loves this knife, it seems. Everybody. What a fantastic knife. This is one of Civivi's best knives they've ever done, I think. At least that's what it seems like the opinion of the community. I won't say that everybody likes it, but most people do. That super lock, which is a shark lock, but Civivi calls it super lock, is fantastic. This is with white white G10 and Damascus blade, layered Damascus. This thing is awesome. Designed by Sneck. I don't know what that means. Or who that is, I should say. Deep carry pocket clip, full steel liners. I mean, just look at that knife. Look at that knife. Is that not gorgeous? What a beautiful, beautiful knife. Remember, we're not talking about hard use. We're not talking about materials. We're not talking about anything other than the way that it looks. And this knife is beautiful. 2 knives left. This knife has to be on the list. Has to be, absolutely, the Baba Yaga with that Damascus. Titanium handles, Damascus, and 20 CV blade steel. this thing is sweet, and it does have Timascus on the back with the milled pocket clip and frame lock. But look at that. What a knife. Look at that. Frame lock. I love the 20 CV blade. You know, the blade shape is really cool. Cancept makes awesome stuff. Cancept Baba Yaga. This thing is awesome. What a knife. They're not cheap. Couldn't do it that way because I put too much pressure on the frame lock. They're not cheap. You know, they are a little pricey, but man, oh man, this one is sweet. That Timascus is just gorgeous, and it pops. I mean, gosh, what a knife. And that blade is so capable. You could do a lot with that blade right there. It's very slicey, hollow grind, almost like a pterodactyl. It has a blade that's very not similar, but it's just funky like that. They're different blades, completely different blades, but they're both funky. You know, just weird off blades that are just awesome. And that's what it reminds me of, like that Kaiser Huntsman. And the last knife of my list of knives that are just the most aesthetically pleasing knives that I have. They're just beautiful. They're good to look at. They're fun. No point to it other than just, hey, these are some pretty knives. Just to have something to talk to you guys about knives today. Pointless, meaningless video. The number one knife is that. Again, ignore my fingerprints. The Artisan Cutlery Apache. Titanium handles, carbon fiber inserts, milled pocket clip, frame lock. What a beautiful, beautiful knife. Look at that blade shape. This is Bowler M390. Look at those big, thick fullers. Look at that blade shape. I mean, this thing can do anything. Flipper tab. Look at that knife. Look at that blade shape right there. That's awesome. Look how big it is. That flat edge right there. Almost like a cleaver or something. This is just awesome. What a knife. Look at that. What a knife. I absolutely love this one. When it comes to beautiful knives, this is definitely right up there. I'm not saying that this is the most attractive or most aesthetically pleasing knife that I have. I didn't put these in any particular order. If I was to say one that was absolutely the best looking and most attractive, aesthetically pleasing, gosh, I don't know. I probably I couldn't tell you. There's some nice ones here, but I do love that one right there. Absolutely fantastic knife. All right, guys, that was just a fun little rundown. I wanted to show you guys some knives and talk to you guys and just have a chance to remind you about the May 10th giveaway. I just got back from the park playing with my boys. They came back from a day visit with their mom, and I took them over to the park across the street. We had a great time, and I came back and I just wanted to make a video real quick and talk to you guys and check in with you. Remind you about May 10th, the big giveaway. Ask you guys about if you guys know of anything bigger. Thank everybody for their participation, their kind words and stuff, and just show you a few knives and just talk and just chat. So, guys, I definitely appreciate it. Remember, guys, the knife of the month, this Tops Steel Eagle, will be given away on the last day of the month. We're almost there. We're just a couple days away. And that will be given away to a premium member. Only premium members can be in that giveaway. All the other giveaways are free for everybody. You just got to comment on a video and be a subscriber and you're in. That one you have to be a premium member because all the money from premium members goes towards those knives. I don't keep any of the money from the premium memberships. They all go towards the knives. And the more people there are in the memberships, the nicer the knives will be. And if you join Tier 1, you get 1 name in the box. Tier 2, you get 3 names in the box. Tier 3, you get 5 names in the box. We literally draw a name out of the box, all on camera, on live, so everybody sees. It's all legit, above board. I do everything right in front of people. If you're a tier 1, you get your name put in that box 1 time. If you're a tier 3, you get your name put in that box 5 times. And then I shake it all up and I pull a name out, and that's the person that wins. So if you're a tier 1 person, you get 12 chances a month that win, or 12 chances a year, 12 chances a year at a knife that costs it or is worth at least $100, but they'll usually be worth well over $100. All 3 of our knives so far have been way over $100, and they're only going to get nicer. So anybody that wants to join, it's not too late. You can join the day of. You can join 5 minutes before the drawing, and you're still in. Everybody, though, has to be a premium member to be in that giveaway. So that's neither here nor there. I appreciate all the premium members. I appreciate all the subscribers. I appreciate people who just view and they don't do either one. If you just view the videos, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I love each and every one of you guys. Remember, it doesn't cost anything to be kind. It's 100% free. And the world needs more kindness. The world needs more people being empathetic to other people's choices and perceptions. It's not always about what we think and the way we see things. Sometimes we just have to put ourselves in somebody else's boat and shoes and see how they see things and try to understand why. And if all of us did that at least once a day, then the world would be a far better place. But I love you guys. I can't wait till the 10th. I'll keep seeing you in videos, and thank you. I appreciate it. I'm Chris, your professional dad, and I will see you again. I wish you all sharp knives and happy lives. Take care, fellas.